Hey everybody, this is Mark with Apple Tech 128, and this is kind of an interesting video. I'm recording this on my phone, no fancy cameras, no microphones, no lights. This is sort of an office tour, sort of a network setup. I want to show you my completely overkill $600 Apple network setup so we can get Wi-Fi, awesome Wi-Fi in the entire office and house. So let's go ahead and take a look at everything that I've got. So this is our main station. I know you guys have seen this a lot of times, but what I want to talk about in this video is my Wi-Fi. So I'm using the Apple AirPort Extreme for 2 or 3 years now, and I love this thing. It fills my entire house, which is about 2,000 square feet, and it works awesome. I really have no complaints with it at all. I do wish I had 10 gigabit Ethernet ports, but really, no router has that. That's just a wish that I had. It does have very few ports. As you can see, I have a switch on the side. But really, I love this router. But there are 2 places where I do not get great Wi-Fi. And as you guys know, getting decent speeds is extremely important to us. Now that we do things like working over the network on a server, getting access to Ethernet is much more important than it ever used to be, and we need to get extremely reliable speeds. We have a lot of people working on videos, uploading, doing network stuff all at once, so we wanted to get the best possible speeds everywhere that you ever went in the house and the office. So that's why we have $600 worth of Apple routers to make sure we have awesome speeds. So now let me show you the other office. This is the back office, and this is where we did some videos, and this is where kind of our other editors or other people work. We got my custom gaming PC that I built, and the thing I really wanted with back here was Ethernet. We've tried a bunch of different solutions, and you've seen some of those videos, but Ethernet back here was not very easy, and for the most part it didn't work out that well. Wi-Fi is pretty awful in this corner. The rest of the room is decent, about 40 or 50 or so. But back here it's anywhere from 30 to 0.5 down, which is horrible. So it's awful, and this is why we need to put a router in this room. Now, in the B-roll that you're seeing right now, the router was right there, but I've since moved that because the location was not giving me the best possible speeds. With the AirPort Extreme, I was getting about 35 to 40, and I should be getting 85, of course. So we had to move that, and I had to abandon my idea of Ethernet for this computer, but the Wi-Fi, because it's so close, it gets pretty good speeds anyway. Don't mind the mess of power cables right now, but because I'm still trying to figure out where to put this thing. But I want to quickly talk about why we're using an AirPort Extreme. Most people who extend their network get an AirPort Extreme as their main router and an Express to extend it, but no, we went all out and we got an Extreme. Let me explain why. For 2 reasons. 1, it has Ethernet ports, lots of Ethernet ports. 3 per router. So I can add more accessories. Every single port on my other router in the office is completely filled up. So if I ever get any other Ethernet accessory, I don't have anywhere to put it except get another switch. But now with these, I have 3 on each router, so if it's not data dependent, just internet, then I can just plug that into one of these. Second, this has 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. The Express ones only have 2.4, and I've actually upgraded all of the equipment in the entire office to 5 gigahertz if it did not already have it. So for that reason, I want to take advantage of getting all these 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi signals, so that's why I went with the Extreme over the Express. Like I said, Ethernet is an important thing, which is why we have this one right here. The Mac Mini, this is our dedicated render machine. We've talked about that in another video. I moved it back here because it gets so hot and loud. But over Ethernet, I'm getting about 30 megabytes a second read and write from the server, which is not great. But when you're transcoding speed doesn't really matter because it's going to take longer than it would to copy anyway. So this is for now is going to be placed back here, and then placement of everything again is going to change because I'm trying to find a good spot. And this spot right here is actually pretty decent, so we're probably going to keep stuff right here. So this one router right here covers these 2 bedrooms, and the one in the office covers the whole front of the house upstairs. Now let's go down. Now while it may not seem like it, Wi-Fi right here in this bottom of the stairs is not great. And you know, whenever we're sitting on the stairs doing internet stuff, speeds aren't great. So that's why we put another router down here. So for the most part, the office is kind of right about there. And for the TV and, you know, like all the, like the TV box and everything, those are for the most part pretty good with Wi-Fi because the router's just right there. So they're not having a big issue with speeds at all, but we do have a Ring doorbell and an August smart lock with fairly poor Wi-Fi connections as it is. And with the router kind of up there and like the Ring is outside, we did have to put another router down here, and it also just happens to help the Wi-Fi in the stairwell. This router is just like on this table, and this is serving all of the downstairs devices that do support network roaming, which is pretty much every Apple device, as well as the August. The Ring does not support that, so it's still connected to the router upstairs. But again, we have another AirPort Extreme. This one is not helping too many things, but it does help a lot with the stair Wi-Fi. So we get pretty good speeds right here. And with the placement of the routers, where they are, and the new placement of the router upstairs in that back office, we do get a minimum of 80, maybe 78 wherever we go, which is awesome. So you can pretty much guarantee almost full speeds wherever you go in the entire house. Now people may ask me, why are you using Apple routers for this? Why not some other solution? And the answer is because we use Apple products. I know everything's about the Apple ecosystem, but it's really true. With using Apple routers, all of Apple's devices are smart enough to know when there are other router options available. So if I go downstairs and I have a closer signal to the router downstairs, it's going to automatically switch from the one that I was previously connected to. So if I went from the office to down here, it's going to automatically switch over to this with no signal interruption, no dropping the Wi-Fi and switching over to LTE, nothing like that. It's all completely automated and it just works. So that's really the main reason why we kept with the Apple ecosystem. There's things I don't like about the Apple routers. I wish there was WPS. I wish there was more Ethernet ports. I wish I had a USB 3 port on it, but those are just minor downsides, and the benefits of automatically switching is just one thing I really like about it. Plus, they have great management software for both iOS and Mac. So there you go. That is our Wi-Fi setup, how we get internet with top speeds everywhere, and a little insight into our office, a little tour of what goes on around here and that sort of stuff. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. I'm just starting to get into networking, so I may not know everything. If you like this video, leave a like and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. This is Mark with Untitled Chapter, and I'll see you in the next one.